Well, hi everybody.
Hi, everybody. Oh, God.
I'm Beowulf, and this is somebody dying.
you know, uh, I thought the intro was longer. Um, uh, whew, nothing like trying to finish 6 chicken wings or 4 chicken wings before the show starts and uh, whiffing on the last one.
You're not supposed to breathe that.
Uh, no, it's it's the vapors, the vapors. All right, hey everybody. Happy Tuesday. It is from the barracks. I am Joker with Players Wanted. With me is the man, the myth, the one that'll give you some shiny new bracelets if you really piss him off. Beowulf West from Shadow Legion. And we may or may not be joined by Wiener tonight. Doesn't look like it. He's doing the softball umpire
Uh,
thing. He thought he
Sorry
might
about
get
that,
phoned out.
Diesel. Joker mashed a button he wasn't supposed to.
Oh man. That was you know what? It was really funny, Diesel. I hit the button and I meant to click on my sound settings so Beowulf could hear me, and it clicked go live. I was like, no, no, no. There's no way to cancel until it goes live, and it's like shut down.
So that's why you
So,
see that little clip of me like tapping my stuff.
what's going on? What's going on? Technical difficulties. All right. So, obviously tonight we're going to be talking about the news of something that we've been working on for 6 months now, um, which is we're buying the Cresson Prison. We
Well, he
being
is.
players. Well, I am, but players wanted. Um, Players wanted. We're buying the prison. We've been. This has been something I've been working forward to the last 2 years on. It was just happened to be the right moment, right time. We're in the process now of finalizing the contract to be under contract or to fully be able to execute said contract, and hopefully we'll be closing by mid-October, by October or by November 1st. And then, of course, as soon as we get in there, we hit the ground running. So we got a lot of cool stuff to talk about tonight. Um,
Meanwhile,
so,
me and Wiener's been like sworn to secrecy for months.
um, no, well, yeah, you can keep the secret. Wiener, like originally, the circle was 11 people. That includes my wife. You tell Wiener, now the circle is 22.
He's just excited.
Uh, so he was excited. He told some people, and it's like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have said that. You think? We're trying to keep this quiet. Um, so we did buy the entire site, all 33 buildings, all 328 acres, is what we're purchasing.
Massive.
Um, it's a massive site, and a lot of people have been asking what are the intentions are. So we're going to talk a little bit about it, but we're not going to tell you everything that we're going to be doing with the site, because we want to keep some stuff close to the chest.
Well,
But
start with a little bit of what you can release.
well, what I can release is that we are going to be repairing all the roofs that are currently damaged on the site. We already have the quote for that. Um, we already have our funding lined up for that. One of the key things that we plan to build in Building J is the largest indoor airsoft arena in the world. By the time we're done building, it'll be around 300,000 square feet.
Dang.
So, yeah.
All right.
So Building J, we're going to turn that into 2 stories inside. So there'll be 2 decks for you guys to play on up and down. And then we're going to go out the wall, square off the sides, and it's not going to go away. In fact, it's going to get better because we're going to talk about some of the cool stuff here in a minute. But we're going to square off the one side of the building where those portables are. Those portables are going away. They're already deteriorating. I'll be very frank and blunt. I was pissed off to see how much stuff was stripped out of those buildings, because at least the one where we turned into a kill house could have made it as oh shoot, I need to open up TikTok. Hold on.
Oh,
So I can see the comments there. Ow.
well, I guess one of the blaring questions that on everybody's mind: um, will the ghosts have their own employee benefits?
The great thing about Ghost is that they they don't need to eat. They don't need health insurance,
Well, yeah,
right?
would it be unhealth insurance.
You know, um, they'll definitely have some fun with whoever the hell they're scaring and all that other fun stuff. So there's definitely that. But yeah, I know
Well, there you
I've been having people come out of the woodwork as soon as I posted that I'm getting the site. Not even taking possession. I'm not leasing. I am purchasing. I'll have full control over the site. Um, those kill houses we could have done a lot of stuff with them. A lot. It could have been we could have saved the one portable, but because of how bad it is and the side walls are off, they were scrapped heavily. All the beds and all the lockers and all that stuff were shipped out of the site without permission, by the way. Um,
Mm.
so they're going to be torn down pretty quickly.
Are y'all going to be doing anything specific to preserve the church? Because I know that's always been a
Yes.
big thing. Okay.
So the church, one of the first things we're going to be doing is we're going to try to find the local plastics company that does mylar sheeting,
Hmm.
Lexan, and we're going to get 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch Lexan cut that's cut to those windows, put them on
Oh,
each side of the window.
oh, wow. Good call.
Not because you guys are going to be allowed to play in the church. The church is always going to be off limits on the inside, but actually the windows don't have
But still, it's going to be protected.
the windows are going to be protected, but then you can actually see the stained glass windows.
Right.
There is a guy in town that we've already talked to that can do some of the restoration of the windows, the ones that are broken. You can almost see it in our screen right down below. You can see there's a hole right there. On can you see it in the little window on the
Which one?
right below me? Right below me, it's
Oh, okay. I see it
you
right
see
there.
that little
Yep.
broken window there? He
Yeah.
can repair that. So we can at
Cool.
least
Cool.
preserve and fix those. You can actually see in the steeple that's right above your head, that hole in the side. We already got a quote to repair that section. We're going to repair the flooring. We're going to get the piano put back into a position where it belongs. And we're going to totally restore the church, paint the interiors, get the roof.
That's neat because it's such a cool building by itself.
It is. And you would be surprised at how many people have reached out to do weddings there. So it is going to become a wedding venue.
You know, you can go get yourself ordained as a minister in the Church of Nome.
I'm not doing that. I'm not. Look, I am not going to office. I'm not going to be that guy up there saying, "Do you take them to be your lawfully wedded wife, husband?"
You can do the little salute at the end for the Nome Church, and it's
Oh,
cool. Yeah.
so, but we're definitely going to do that. Now, I'm going to show in a little bit some of the videos.
I see what you did there, Diesel. Good dad joke.
Will people that got banned be able to come back and play? From where, Soul Keeper? Who banned you? Because that's an interesting question in itself. That if you got banned from the site, why'd you get banned?
It probably goes down to like what company and stuff like that too.
Yeah, what was the nature behind the ban?
Right.
Some people got legitimately banned from me that they're unwelcome back at my events. So it
I
just
think that's
depends.
something you definitely need to do a DM directly to Joker for that.
Yeah. Well, that's a question that came through TikTok. So
Yeah. I'm just
yeah, that is
following up
definitely.
with it for you.
Hey, am I there? Now, there's some people that will never be allowed to step foot on the property ever again. They know who they are. I'm not going to have to reissue their names. Um, any chance of keeping the haunted maze in the basketball court? There is no haunted maze in the basketball court. So I don't know where that was before, but it's not there now. Let me see. I need to pull up.
And let's just be fair. I mean, anything there is haunted, so it doesn't need to be the basketball court.
Well, he said maze.
I mean, the place is a maze of itself.
It is. I mean, we got a chance the last time we were there. Obviously,
What's up, Gert?
Hey, Gert! Long time no see, brother. Oh, what a good time to come in, man. Um, so yeah, the chapel is one of the first things we're going to work on. We are there's going to be you're going to hear a lot of first things, first things, first things. Luckily, I have a small army willing to help me with a lot of stuff that's here. But people have been asking when it comes down to the tunnel that connects to the chapel and it connects to building F. if that chapel, the entrance to Building F is going to be open, it is. One of the first things I can't wait to do with video, and when we're down there, is taking a hammer to those spinny things and taking off those braces and be like, it's open.
Why did it end up getting closed?
I am Joker, Soul Keeper. What do you mean? This is Joker. If you don't, I mean, which Joker are you? Because I'm Joker.
We just so the first of the show here, we got the whole Spider-Man meme going on.
I know, point fingers. Actually, what I want to do is I want to get Joker from Joker Circus. He's over in, I believe, in Indiana and Bloomingdale. Oh, Joker from CDO. Just reach out to me after the show. We could talk about it.
Get all the Jokers in a room, get y'all to do the meme.
That would be freaking hilarious. It's like everybody pointing at everybody, just like no. But it's
What's up, Top?
What's going on, Garcia? So somebody asked, are we looking for more investors? Not really. I'm not really looking for people to have a say in anything that we're doing. I mean, if you're looking at just if you're looking at investing to do it on to get a reinvest to get just percentages later on, maybe what are you trying to offer? What are you trying to do? But honestly, it's like it's not something that we need or to do to really think about at this point in time. But
I think it's better that you donate your time and effort to help build it up.
Well, I know there was a couple of people that were like, "Oh, I want it." Like we had once we made the announcement, they go, "Do you want an investor?" And I go, and there's never an answer or straight no. Like there's certain people I'll just be no right away, and they know who they are. But it's like, and I was like, "Why? What?" He goes, "Well, I want to do this, this, and this," and it's like, no, we don't need that. No, thank you, because there's not going to be a restriction on. I don't want to have somebody having restrictions on what I want to do with the site. Obviously, it's a huge paranormal, urban exploring, photography side. Ryan, I can also provide child labor. Man, just because I live in Florida maybe does not mean I follow DeSantis's policies on that. Okay. Joking aside, but so the tunnel to Building F is going to be opened up.
Sorry about that. I was noticing that we're missing some of our
comments
messages on Facebook.
Oh, from where?
Now I pulled up the stream on Facebook. Looks like Sal chimed in, Pierce, and Wiener.
That's weird because it's not showing up here.
I see some, but not all.
What did Sal say? Since
I'd already tabbed down of it.
Which part of the Facebook, by the way?
Your page.
My personal page?
Yeah, that's where I saw it.
That's
anyway, keep yakking.
So one of the things we are going to try to do is get things set up.
Oh, Sal said excited for you.
Which part of Facebook, by the way? I could hear myself.
Yep, and Wiener said yo hoes. Yeah, that's where I saw it.
Can you mute me? Can you mute it or at least turn the volume off?
Yeah, give me a sec.
I'll just go to my page and get the comments up over here too. Sorry, guys. Oh, hey, look at that. There are.
That's crazy. I just clicked on it again and it's not showing those again. That's crazy. Oh well. If we're missing your comments, guys, there's some weird stuff going on with Facebook, so don't hold it against us.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that. Sal said excited. No, that was because the things over here. We like I said, we've been working on this for a while. We have a really good solid business plan of what we plan to do. So back to what we're going to be doing. Building F is going to be a primary concern to fix the roof because the roof was left in such a bad condition that it's deteriorated to the point where if another season goes by, that building is probably going to have to be condemned. And it's a shame. So gotta love modern technology.
All right. It's all the AI.
It's like really weird. Thanks, Al. Thanks, Pierce. I appreciate you guys for being there. So the the chapel is going to be fully restored. From there, we're going to fix the roof in building 6 and building 1 because those are the ones that are in the worst conditions. We want to make sure that building 1, which is the maple building, which is the big one that's where the tarp room was in the past. For those of you who know, we're going to want to try to protect those buildings as much as possible. Building 6, there's some pretty gaping holes in the roof that we found that you just can't see when you're looking from the side profile. There was some stuff on the other side, so the preservation is going to be one of the top things that we work on really, really quick to make sure that the site gets preserved. So yeah. From there, we're going to be doing. I love some of this crap. Like, I'm not the type to dog another man's show, but you are. How'd you go from please donate, we need your support, to now you suddenly have a couple $1 million to spend on 328 acres and a whole set of prison buildings? Because I do. That's how I have the financing I need. Thank you. It's not something I've been doing that's just like, hey, yeah, I'm just going to pull this out of my pocket right now. It's something I've been working on for 6 months. It's actually something I've been building up to for 2 years. So the realities of what we have planned and what we have set up are going to really change the aspect of airsoft at this particular facility. It's also going to bring a huge amount of entertainment into to the area and to the site. So before, there's been limitations where people can only have games pretty much inside the wire. Now we're going to open up the power plant and the other buildings. The power
You
plant.
like Diesel?
Yeah, you are absolutely right. I mean, it's a lot of cool things that we're building up towards that we've been working on. And you just don't want to stay not staying idle is a good thing. Always advancing and moving forward and trying to get to your next goals. Some people think that things are not impossible until it is, until you go through and build stuff up. So Alpha and Bravo buildings are going to remain the same. Delta, like you're going to have the paint, what we call the paint decay, so people can actually come in and do those things. It's going to be looking the way it is, except the floor is going to be cleaned up more. For those that are people are saying, oh, there's asbestos and all that stuff was remediated back in the 2000, guys. It's asbestos has been remediated, lead paint's been remediated. There's some of the buildings never had even asbestos inside of it. So I understand that you guys might think that. Now there's some buildings that have mold, but we're going to be going through and doing a heavy mold protocol, especially in building F 1, 6, 5, 4 are the ones that have it the worst. I mean, we're really going to remediate the mold problem with buildings G and H because they're just going to be gone.
That fixes it.
Those are going to be removed. So we're going to do a partial restoral of the morgue. We already have a line. No nuclear bug.
Give it time. Like he's got his own versions of kaiju. There'll be like ghost roaches or something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, a lot of people just simply don't understand that. Like, there's a lot of work that goes into a site like this, and
Smurf has a very important question.
That is an excellent question. I was going to get to electricity a little bit before I start showing video of some of the other things. So, but building D is going to be restored and cleaned up, and then the tables are going to be put back in. Building E, which has been gutted, including the steel doors, is going to stay in its dilapidated state. Except the roofs are going to be repaired, and we're going to have the ability to open and shut exterior doors to make sure that the elements don't cause more damage. Tap into the wind turbines first. So let's talk a little bit about power and water. So building J and building 2 are going to have power, water, and sewer restored to it. Building and internet, so they're going to have all those. We have something that we're planning for Building B that we're not going to talk about right now, but it will be something cool in the future. And we're about 1.5 to 2 years away from actually bringing that out.
I'll take hauntings over radioactive.
I could go get blessed by a priest and get that shit removed.
What about radioactive hauntings? There's like a Scooby-Doo episode about radioactive ghosts, isn't there?
Not to say anything, but the Westinghouse Atom Smasher, they're still trying to find a home for. There's a place that we could put it. I'm just saying.
That's the start of a Sci-Fi Channel movie if I ever heard one.
I just want to see the thing get this. I just want to see the thing get delivered, right? Because it'll have to be delivered by helicopter. Yes, Grackles, I am buying it. So the other important factor as well is so the admin building is going to have their powers, the power restored. The warden's house, the inn will have power restored. So there will be limited housing on site now moving forward. So for the warden's house and the inn, the power is it's just a matter of putting in a meter. For water and sewer, that's a little bit more of a challenge. We have to see what it's going to take to route the things down there, but that's something. Yes, God, Grackles, I am buying the property. I don't know how else to say it. I'm under yes. I'm not spending the money we're spending just to not have it.
He's just gonna put on a lot of coats.
Ryan, I mean, the great thing about it is, let me just tell you, it's like I love the cold weather. So
however, he's losing like 1.5 pounds a day, so he might not like it after like
I'm down to 269.
10 to 20 more pounds. He might actually get cold.
Yeah. The funny thing is that I found a new building that nobody has ever been to before that is on this stream. It's the sewer pump plant. Oh yeah, it's across the street. It's across the street. So it's across the street underneath the power lines. There's a building back there. I saw it, went inside of it. Boy, can you smell it.
I'm just gonna leave that right there.
So yeah. Let's see. Greco's last effort was a rumor. Yeah, well, and unfortunately, the people that are leasing the property there released it to the group that was there over the weekend. So we're announcing now that we're buying it. So the lessees were a little bit unhappy with the fact that that we got the property, but it is what it is. So in addition to that aspect of it, for power, eventually building 1 will have power, and eventually Bravo will have power. But as it stands, buildings 11 and 17 will have power. FTX, that's funny. Now, FTX Tactical, I can't say why he's in the know, but he was in the know. He was like one of the first 11 to know, so his wife also knew. Because I feel sorry for her, but FTX Tactical, if you guys need something, check them out, hit them up. They'll give you some good prices on stuff. They really helped us out with a solid at a time that we really needed them. And eventually we'll go over everything that was there. But yeah, it was there's like so much stuff that goes into how we got to where we are. And it's like we just can't share all the information. One of these days we'll do like an entire web, like a web series just on how it was to acquire the property.
You had to kill him.
No, just maim. Come on.
It's gonna be on a documentary series later. Just a normal airsoft producer, and then
like. So our channel right now for YouTube, I think is, let me see, where we got 95, almost 96,000. We're at 95,230. So we're almost to 100,000. We're going to be creating a new channel, which is the I Bought a Prison channel.
The I Bought a Prison channel.
Hey, look, it's one of those things, man. When people buy old buildings and everything else, we're renovating our house. Netflix original.
Are you gonna do it like Angry Cops? This old crack house,
dude. There's like, I'm gonna start showing you guys, make it a mockumentary. That's exactly what I think I'm gonna do. FTX is make it a mockumentary because that'll be mockumentary, because I think that'll be like the perfect aspect of it. But we are going to have an IRL channel.
What's up, Colt? I see you in there.
So we're going to be doing like challenges and everything else. Like one of the first things that I want to do when we have the site, it's not even going to be an airsoft event. It's just going to be a giant game of manhunt. Like, oh,
See, this whole prison.
Steve, tell your wife not to message me while I'm on the stream, man. It's distracting as hell. It's funny as hell. That was hilarious. So when it comes down to like, so it's going to be like challenges, like we're going to do the manhunt game, which is see who can survive X amount of time, and then it's to eliminate everybody that's there to get them and all that. So it's going to be a fun time with prizes and everything else, because ultimately this is what we've been building to. It's going to be a fun time. Not even freeze tag, man. It's just like literally like hunting people down inside the facility. We're going to open up of 11 for the time being, because we have a plan for 11 in the future as well. 11, 15, 14, all those outer buildings, the powerhouse, the steam room, all those are going to turn into more airsoft area, so we can actually have bigger games. We're going to be putting in 3 new gates into the fence, so that we can actually have vehicles have access to go out to the water tower, for example, because there'll be objectives out there for future games. And there are a few event producers that we will trust to be able to do the property right, so they'll be invited to come there and rent the facility. But thanks, KK. But there's also a lot of people that we just don't want back at the site, and it's not a matter of it's not a matter about getting revenge or anything else. It's a matter of making sure that this site is protected, especially things like the church. And when you see stuff on the internet, throughout the year of what's been going on, it's like, that's disturbing. Why would you be inside the chapel with an LMG? An airsoft SPA building, Speedsoft Arena, maybe. I'm not saying that there's a perfect building that you could actually set up 2 arenas that have something right directly in the middle that you can actually see both sides and have sports casting and actually seating above. Not saying that's a thing at all.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance. So I know a lot of people are here for the airsoft stuff, but I mean, if we have possession of the site by October 15th, the second week in November is when we're going to have Yellow Dog Outbreak, and then the first week of December is when we'll have Geigerlands. Building. So funny enough, let's go to some video real quick and let's talk about the inn. TikTok Live sucks. I know what you meant. Let's see here. So here we go. Funny you should mention spa. Just saying. Here it is. All right, let's share the screen. So first thing is I want to share off, like, this is the first time I ever entered into the building or got this close to the inn. The stonework on this place is just amazing. So Nick, if we get the site by October 15th, we'll have it by the second week in November. There'll be announcements going on. We'll be keeping you guys updated throughout the month. Now that this is out, we've been keeping everything kind of quiet. Sorry. So this is like they have one of the things that we plan to do for the inn is like this room right here will be a full service kitchen for special events and stuff like that. And then this is what we're calling the Great Hall here. Ouch. This is what we call the Great Hall right here. So is what? EF4? We'll look at the calendars. I mean, that was just the plans of what we had so far. This is just off the top of our head for stuff that was there. But the first week in December for sure, we'll probably have Geigerlands. And we'll give more updates on Geigerlands as things go forward. But somebody mentioned a spa. Are you talking about something like? Oh, wait, not there.
What's up, One Eye? What's up, Dante?
Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? This is absolutely incredible. Thanks,
For
Dante.
those just coming in, there's some stuff going on with the chats. We're having to look at a couple of different screens to get everything to sync up.
Hey, there's your spa.
Hmm?
Diesel. That little sports spa. So once we get the power and water hooked up, guys, sort of like Mid-Orange Correctional, you guys will be able to use these showers during the
Sponsor
events.
your meat.
For your first event back there. Yeah. So I mean, this is the inn. I mean, the inn is kind of unique. Well, that's just a small building. So one of the things that we have to do is we have to sacrifice a couple rooms to make bathrooms for ones upstairs. There's only one bathroom or two bathrooms up there. So we need to sacrifice like 2, maybe 3 rooms total to make more bathrooms throughout. Heck yeah, nice baths.
Not a bad thing for us older players. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the triple side here.
While you're doing that, I gotta check on some food on the stove. I will be right back.
You'll be right back. All right, but you're still connected, so you can still talk.
Yeah, I'm still talking.
This as one of the first buildings that we're going to be going through restoration is going to be the inn and the warden's house at the same time. We just have to get plumbing set up to where the water will flow, bathrooms will work, and then we're going to start putting in rooms between them so that way we could have bathrooms. So that way they're actual full service restrooms. Well, the meat thief is going to run into some issues because the amount of cameras that we're going to have for the site is going to be ridiculous, and I mean that sincerely. It's going to be, I think the orders for over 100 different cameras all across the site. So somebody's going to get caught walking up to the property from any direction, getting up to the fence, going anywhere near any of the buildings, and they're going to have to deal with me and then my groundskeeper who will be living on site, who's 6'4" and weighs around 300 pounds, and he ain't fat and he angry.
Name is Mongo.
That's that's a good name for Jason's Mongo.
Mongo like candy.
So a lot of you guys haven't seen this before, but this is actually inside what they called the Sprout House before. This is the juvenile building. So the juvenile building's in great condition. We have to get the front door lock replaced because the keys are missing, but yeah. So now there's a lot of trash that was left behind. By the way,
No, the
24-hour
name too.
Yeah. So shout out to Feyachi. This is their tactical flashlight that's illuminating everything. So just saying, it's a pretty good flashlight to have.
That's a good call, Diesel. A 24-hour prison cam live.
That would be, I mean, the amount of cameras that we're going to have is going to be pretty epic. I know that we're going to be dealing with trespassers from day one. So we're expecting it. This is where their gross stuff used to be. Hydroponics. This is going to be where one of our studios are for the live stream for the live challenges. We're also going to have our offices inside here, so that way, there's stuff there. The bathrooms and showers work here, so this will be another avenue for people to be able to go use bathrooms and everything else, and shower while they're staying on site. So there'll still be porta potties around because we'll still be doing that. But the ultimate reality is like this is one of the buildings that people really will love to go through, look at. Like some of the offices back here, and they're pretty decent sized.
Nick was asking, will all the buildables be playable or?
So that's an excellent question. Most of the buildings will be playable, except for the warden's house, the inn,
the church.
The church will not be playable inside. Although we're probably going to do something to secure the chapel portion from the rest, so the tunnel at least can be used to go out. So we're going to probably build a semi-permanent fixture that we can install in. So essentially, we can just close it like a door on both sides, so people can't go into the rest of the building. So that way there's another pathway. Because before, guys, I was extremely limited on what I could do with the site because obviously I didn't own it.
That's a good question right there. Is they're going to be camping or RV spaces?
Yes, so we're going to
Slash
still
possible
utilize
hookups.
camping and RV spaces. The nurses block, that's the inn, is the nurses block. So
As far as the RVs are concerned, are you going to look to the
that's how I got
future?
in, by the way. That's how I got into the building.
Are you going to
At
look to the
Windows.
future doing RV hookups?
So it's going to depend because we obviously are having a lot of conversations with people within the area of what they want. Like as soon as they found out that we're going to be the new owners of the site, we got inundated with calls. There's one gentleman that does want to lease out a portion of the land to do just that, RV hookups and everything else. Because there's no real good camping sites near. Now, the problem that comes up is anytime that you do that and you set up camping or whatever, it takes away from the overall prison. It takes away from the overall property. And what a lot of people don't realize is how weirdly the property is actually shaped. I'm not going to pull it up on the overhead, but there's property across the street. There's property across the Admiral Perry Highway. There's 40 acres of land. Across 22, there's another 17 acres of land and 2 acres of land. So there's stuff actually across the street that is open, and it goes right up against the preserve. So no, guys, we're not going to be playing across the street. But
What's up, Emma?
Oh, there's Emma. Thank you for telling me about Facebook. So
Fix the damn pothole in the driveway too, please.
yes, that's actually another thing that, look, there's stuff that is so easy to fix so fast.
He was just going to
It's
put
ridiculous.
an orange cone in the
takes
middle of it
time.
and make you drive around it.
That's what they've been doing. That's what they've been doing. The pothole is kind of big, right?
Okay.
I mean, but it's not really.
It's not a pothole. It's a pot canyon.
It's missing a layer of the asphalt. So you can go to Home Depot and buy several buckets of the stuff, and you could fill it in, tap it down, pour water on it, and the damn thing will be fine. So it's just a matter of we're going to be restoring the site. We might even possibly eventually get the entire road repaved because we're going to be opening up the fork. So there's going to be a new gate installed that you guys have to go through to come into the site. There's going to be another gate to block going up to the inn and going up to the warden's house. So that way people can only go one direction. So it's like it's pretty far from everyone. I don't think they will. You'll be surprised at how many people do try to go to that site. They do try to gain access. The site has been stripped pretty heavily, and some of the, like I said, Building J has no more steel doors, no more stainless steel toilets and sinks in it. They're all gone. The steel doors in Building 5 or Building E are all gone. They've stripped everything out of the one portable building. I didn't go into H, which is the one that was in worse condition, but I imagine if G's empty, H is probably empty too. Perma patch, we use it at work all the time. Exactly, Diesel. That's what we're going to be putting in. But when you come in, there's a fork that has like a small gate in front of it. I'm clearing that all the way up to the inn, so that way, and we're going to put new signage, in this place, saying at the inn you can walk. Yeah, and that was like one of the key factors that really pissed us off as well. You're going through and you're seeing the stuff there, and it's like, wow, that is tons and literal tons of steel taken from the site. It's unbelievable. Like those doors were about 400 to 800 pounds a piece, depending on what, I don't know what, I haven't lifted them off, but I think the average is like 400 to 500 pounds. And
that's nuts.
So, the other cool thing is the warden's house. So this here is the warden's house. This is the outside porch area that's been sealed in. We don't know how cold this building is going to get, this section of the building, but
I'm sure that's got to be cold.
That stonework is absolutely fantastic. And yes, I'm wearing the same shirt. Let's see here. Can I rent out a cell in RHU? Is my audio going in and out?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, it might be because of the audio that's trying to play through the thing. So let me know if I'm going out. I love like just the old style paneling. This is the goes into I don't even know what to call this room right here, but it goes into the dining room. So now I'll be honest with you, that's one thing that pissed me off, and you can't hear it on here. We still did the JTF missions. Yes, we're gonna get more. They're using sim rounds against the wall, damaging it. The warden's house is in great condition. Why would you mess with it? So the kitchen, that needs an update.
Nah, you stick with that baby powder blue stuff.
No, that entire kitchen needs an update. So,
what's up, Yordi?
Yordi, what's going on? The funny thing, Yordi, is that's not showing up on the main screen. Don't know why. Within the latest effective zone, probably very cold. Well, we're on a mountain. I mean, and the wind comes up the side. So
it's so cold there. The ghosts don't make cold spots; they make warm spots.
What I love, and I don't think I have a video of it right here. It's inside the longer ones. Is that in this door? There's like two coat things next to the sunroom. One of them has a full-on fire hose in it. I just love all the stonework that's inside these buildings, man. It's just fantastic. So the warden's house is in really good condition. There's 4 bedrooms on the second floor, 3 on the second on the
ghost pee. Probably.
Let's see. The only area concerned in here is these ceiling tiles have come down, but we're just going to rip all that out and replace it with straight sheetrock. So this is the master bedroom. Yeah, I'm going to be living there for a good portion of the year. Yes, I'll be traveling back and forth from there to home. If you have fireplaces, Colton is nothing. So
there's a good amount of fireplaces throughout the buildings there.
Yes,
kind of neat.
Ectoplasm. No, Smurf. There's my personal Facebook page is not sending the chat over to Restream.
I've got it pulled up over here. We're both trying to watch it and respond on that one as well.
So this is what we call the yellow room, and this has two closets. I mean, the house is just needs secret rooms. I know exactly what you're talking about. So 2 closets, and then we have the powder blue bathroom. And then this is the purple room. So those are the 3 bed the 1 bedroom we're going to turn into a closet for the master. So it's going to be a huge it's going to be a huge bedroom.
Put a lot of baby powder on the floor or flour, so that way you can see the little hoof prints everywhere.
Here's the 3rd floor, which was the attic. So it's look at that.
You need to keep that.
Yeah, I need to get in there and see if that was actually set up properly for plumbing, or if
I don't know
that it up there.
You or any of us would fit in that tub by ourselves, but you need to keep that.
Look, I could fit in it. I just might not be comfortable in it. But
yeah, you only need 2 cups of water to be completely covered in there, right?
This is a really cool room of how they did it. So it's like those old.
I'd be really interested to see if those old heaters actually work.
They do. They can work if you set up a new boiler inside the warden's house, because the boiler was off the main boiler that is now obviously shut down. There you go. There's your secret room.
Nope, don't like that. That's where the Grudge lives.
Logan, we're probably going to be running some Christmas games. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on, and there's going to be a lot of evaluation that goes moving forward. with the site. So we have a lot of cool plans that we have going up there.
What's up, Edward?
Um, hey. The house in itself is awesome. It really is. I mean, when we get that, the amount of renovation, there's not much to be done. Obviously, there's a lot of painting that needs to be done. The kitchen mudroom area, that area needs paint. There needs to be paint inside of obviously the bedroom that has, the vulgarity spray painted on it. My daughter's not really fond of the
Right,
yellow
Edward?
paint.
Yeah,
Not
definitely
creepy
creepy.
whatsoever. So the other things that we're gonna do is we're gonna redo the we have to create a room on the first floor for Damien eventually, because Damien's gonna be down here for at least 4 more years. He's gonna finish school down here, and then he's gonna eventually have him up there. Yeah, I have a ton of contact. Oh wait, I think I know who that is. I do, but there's some promoters that are not going to be welcome back on the site. So, so they so we're gonna get that set up. We're gonna get that done. The admin building is going to be the admin building. We are going to build a fire tower out there. We already got a quote for that. Yeah, so the fire tower is going to be fun to play with. Besides, fire lookout or whatever, but it's also going to be, look, if I have something that's 123 feet up in the air, I'm dropping stuff from it. Just saying.
I don't even remember seeing that last time I was there.
It's not there. We're getting one put in.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we got the quote on it, and it was like only 15,000. Not bad.
Or are you thinking about placing it on the property?
It's probably going to be over by the warehouse buildings, because we are going to be putting in one of the the hangar buildings, the metal half-rounded hangar buildings, to house all the vehicles we're going to be using for airsoft there.
Okay, cool.
So
you could use it as a drone launch facility.
That would be freaking hilarious. All of a sudden, you see 20 drones come flying out of the. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. It's going to be that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun in itself as well. So we're going to be, adding to the site. We're going to be acquiring more property eventually around the site, so we can just keep adding and adding and adding, and then hopefully we get down to the point where not only we could claim to be the biggest airsoft arena in the indoor arena, but also the biggest outside. A Firewatch tower, yeah, they're about 120 feet tall. You go up them all the way up to the top. There's a lookout platform and all that. Yeah, we plan to have one of those as well. By a BTR or BMP. I mean, the fire tower might be off limits for airsoft games. I mean, it's just going to be something that is for us to do other things with. I mean, I plan.
I think he's talking about a armored personnel carrier.
Oh yeah, not the fake one that we have, which is the rat. I already know that shit's gonna show up in my house, and it's gonna be like, my wife's gonna be like, "What the hell is this?" And I was like, I was not on governmentbids.org. No way at all. I don't know what you're
Hey, what's
talking
up,
about.
CRISPR?
CRISPR, what's going on, brother?
Edward, CRISPR, are you stalking me? Yes, he is.
I'm buffering. Oh, I am buffering over there.
Uh-oh.
Am I buffering on?
Which one is that?
I'm buffering everywhere. Well, I'm going to turn down TikTok, see if that helps. I'm going to try pausing that too. Why am I buffering?
Edward, it's less of a stalk and more of just kind of an aggressive follow.
Yeah. No, there's some that I found some that are in better shape for a little less. It just depends. I mean, there's stuff that you have to look at, but it's one of those things when you start going through and planning out. It's like, what can I do where, and then how long is it going to take to acquire? Because obviously we have some big dreams for the site.
What's important now?
Yeah, and like what's important right now is making sure the buildings that are becoming structurally unsound because of the roofs, those roofs get protected for this season or replaced, right? And that's one of the first things that I call my contractor and be like, "You're good to go. Start buildings. Get these roofs fixed."
Edward said he was strangely fine with that. I'm assuming it's the aggressive following.
But like building 14, which was what they called the welding shop, has a 9 car bays on it.
Wow.
So it's one of those things where it's like the stuff that we're doing for the site is going to be very extensive. Like the baseball field is going to have a structure built inside of it. The barbed wire pile of
Catch
death.
you later, Christopher. Good luck.
I had to get my rest for TCA's iron knife. Peace out. I was like, well, I'm gonna be in a vehicle the entire time. But when it comes to like that big pile of razor wire that's sitting up there, that's gonna be gone. We're gonna get rid of that. We're also taking down a lot of the interior fences around some of the buildings, like the fences around F are gonna go away. The fence that was like around one side of 1 is gonna go away. So
That'll change a lot of gameplay flow.
it will. It'll open up a lot of stuff. You're gonna find some foliage that's gonna stay, but the stuff that is just like out there weirdly that causes impacts or whatever to gameplay is just gonna disappear. Like that one fence with a half gate, that's going away. And then we're gonna add 3 gates to the outside, so that way vehicles can go out and they can flank around, so they're not going to 2 sally ports only. You have to control more things all the way around. We're gonna be aggressively using like the water tower as a great one. Eventually, we're gonna get the water tower. We're not gonna be able to use the water tower because but we are probably gonna get the outside of it restored or repainted. And
that's probably a little gummy on the inside by now.
Yeah. Because it's not an easy thing to remove. That's why.
Not saying that they didn't try.
Well, I mean, stuff like that, you need heavy machinery to go on there and do, and it's not worth it to bring the heavy machinery out there to scrap down. And that's like that thing is solid steel.
I've seen meth heads accomplish some really crazy stuff when they wanted it.
Well, there's been some stuff like there's some future plans too for some of the buildings that I'm going to tell you after the show because you know some of it, but we have a multi-year plan for the site. Right now, we're looking at finishing up for the season, closing things down, and then starting up first thing for Airsoft starting in April with events and all that. Is the radio tower functional? Those are actual cell towers, and they are off limits. Both of them.
Can't mess with that.
Yeah, you guys cannot be on that. Painted John Deere green with letters 3 feet high. I mean, we have stuff that we plan to do with that. I mean, it's a giant piece of advertising, to be honest.
We're actually just gonna paint a giant picture of Wiener on the top of it. And we can go. Look at his giant wiener.
So, on a whole, we're gonna build bunkers for several games, because the main thing is we're going to be doing at least 3 events our own throughout the year. The chapel is going to be fully restored. If you missed that one, Edward. So
but not playable. Restored, but not playable.
Yeah, not playable. I mean, the tunnel access will be putting in doors to where people can go out, come up the tunnel and go out, but they can't go into any of the other sections of the chapel. So that'll protect it. So the front doors are going to be restored so they can open and close properly again. The flooring is going to be restored. We're going to paint the entire interior. We're going to paint the ceilings.
You probably want to do something to protect the wood of those doors too.
Well, the thing is, there's no really reason to do it because there should be no reason why people should be there, if that makes any sense.
You say that.
They shouldn't be there.
I know. We're talking about airsofters.
Yeah, airsofters are idiots. I'm an airsofter. I'm an idiot. I know. But it's one of those things. At least
power.
But like
Joe.
Yeah, the chapel should never be used for cover just because it has like sand coverings on the things. There's still going to be the buffer zone around, but it's not going to be as anal as like the portals.
Okay, so you're still going to keep the fence around it and everything sealed up.
Well,
okay.
There's no fence around it. Well, there partially is, but it's going to be a lot of it's going to be removed. There's the fencing that's going to be for the backside of J. So the backside of J has that courtyard that's there. We're going to keep that courtyard intact because we might turn that into outside staging or something, but we'll be able to close it off. So the reason why we chose building J as the airsoft arena is because what we can ultimately do is open up the one gate, they go through, go up there, they drive up to the building, and they're sealed off from going into the rest of the facility because we can close off by A, we can close off by J, close the gate off by the chapel, and there's no way into the rest of the facility. So we could have airsoft when we have those games there. It's going to be 4 days a week. If we build up to where it's 7 days a week, awesome, because I would love to be at 7 days a week for the airsoft arena portion. So there's going to be some other cool features that are going to be built on the site. Let's just say it involves a lot of conics and 7-foot diameter piping. So it's going to be intense by the time we're done with it. And you're probably going to see a whole lot of it done pretty quick. Like by the time season opens, you're going to be like, holy shit, what'd you build here? Let's check this out.
Damn it, stupid.
Stu's here at the end of the show. Of course he is. So now at this point, I gave you guys a good hint of what we're going to be doing with the site, a lot of the stuff that we're breaking down. So one person asked about, I guess they said with camping. So if we're opening up more of the site for camping and all that, that means more parking is going to be up by the inn and by the juvenile building until we could build more parking in other areas. The other thing we could also do too in the meantime is if we have to, we could always do a campground across Amber Prairie Parkway.
Stupid.
You know what it is? Whenever he gets excited, all the blood drains from his body into that, and that's why he doesn't. He's like so idiot. He's such an idiot. Lack of blood flow. What happened? I saw boobs. So if you guys have any questions, now's the time to ask. We can go through and start answering some specific questions. We'll spend a couple extra minutes answering these, and talking about some of the buildings and all that. So,
are you were going to rename the facility? Anything? Just going to keep it Cresson? You know.
Well, the Cresson, the Haunted Cresson Sanatorium and Prison is what's going to be the name of the actual site. Okay. The Airsoft Arena is going to be called Lockdown Airsoft. Cool. There's going to be some other things that are there that I can't say because it'll give away what we're going to be building in there. Right. Clearly, I won't be allowed near the juvenile building. Like the juvenile building is going to be renamed the admin building. So
I think you're okay, Stu, because I don't think there's any more juveniles there. If there is, they're ghosts, so you're fine.
Yeah, so we're probably going to open up more parking around the.
Check your PO.
We might clear out some more of the woods near the inn to allow for additional parking, so have staging parking up there by the inn. So
fair point.
So for next year, it looks like we have Pew Pew at Sea. I believe it's when was that again? Crap, I forgot.
Sometime in the not too distant future.
The 14th, I believe. So it'll either huh? Did you just say
No, I said you said the
14th. April. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Yeah. Because the weather up there can really dictate whether or not you're going to have when you could actually have events and everything else. So the snow and all the other stuff. I'm sorry, April 9th through the 13th. So the 14th I was close on. So we're probably going to be having Syndicate will probably be at the end of April.
I think a winter game with snow on the ground would be cool, except for the travel concerns, obviously.
Well, the great thing about Cresson is that because it's right off of 22, 22 is a thoroughfare from Pittsburgh to Philly. They keep that road pretty well paved, not paved, but pretty well
salted,
plowed and salted. So we're going to be having plow service that plows the roads, and I'm waiting for Stupid to say something.
I was about to say, Stupid, where are you? Now's your time.
But we're going to be actively plowing our roads as well to make sure that we have some of it. Yeah, Ryan, it's, you know what? You say that, right? You say we need winter games, and I'm for running winter games. I'm just not going to be out there trudging through the fucking snow. No, thank you.
Oh, come on. We'll get you all decked out like Ralphie from The Christmas Story.
It's not even that. It's like, I don't mind the cold weather. I hate being cold and wet. Ryan, that's not true. There's been some years where it has dumped a heck of a lot of snow up on that mountain. Casey,
I knew you wouldn't let me down, Stupid. I appreciate
loud
that.
and salted. But he opened the door to the prison, and when he opened the door to the prison, the snow was almost to the top of the door jam. So, and Casey's like, "Well, I ain't going out that way." It'll be me and my kids versus the world. You're just giving him ammo. Of course I am. This is like, look, it's like winning the softball game, just soft lobs. I'm just setting him up for home runs to be hit. But it's there's a lot of cool stuff that's going to be done. There's going to be
Stupid.
Cool
That's
stuff
called necrophilia. You shouldn't do that.
Yes, we will have barrack. We will have bunkers put in. Like Nikolai's hidey hole is going to be a whole new thing now. I'm still going to try to see.
That sounds
if
nasty.
What, Nikolai's hidey hole?
You should put that on a sign out there somewhere. Nikolai's hidey hole and haberdashery.
And haberdashery. But Building 7 used to connect to Building 6. So the morgue used to connect to Building 6. We think part, if not all, the tunnel still exists. And we're going to try to find it.
What's up, Alfredo? Stupid. Jesus.
Yeah, so, I mean, look, we're going to get haters. They're going to hate. They're going to be people that are not going to be happy with some of the decisions and some of the choices that we make. That's just the reality of what it is to be a business owner, right? And what it is to be a site owner of this magnitude. Is it something that we're going to do just to be doing retaliation whenever somebody says mean things about me? No. You have to do something that justifies me saying no. And it a lot of times takes a lot for me to turn up and say, you're not welcome at our events. We are very forgiving to a really high degree, but there's some stuff that's just not forgivable. You know, if you guys are going to be, if you're going to have that negative mentality and everything else, there's other AOs, other sites that you guys can go to. I would love for you to give it a chance, but unfortunately, we have to do what's in the best interest for our business. It's going to be a place where my family is going to be there. My family is going to be participating in all this. I'm building this not just for myself, but for the community and for my family. So, so are you saying yes to tag launchers against vehicles when we finally are able to open up all the spaces to the vehicles? Tunnel. I mean, in this episode we brought up prison. Tunnel assist does exist. It will. Like one of the things that a lot of people have said is like, obviously there's been people that have been doing. There's a lot of trash talk in the Northeast when it comes to AO sites and event producers, blah 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 blah. I work with a lot of different people across the spectrum, like Amped, like FTX Tactical. When we build up Lockdown Airsoft, and it's going to be as huge as it is with the store it is, I'm still going to be having other companies come in, other event hosts that I'm okay with them coming out there because I like how they run their stuff and how organized they are and how they'll protect facilities and how they run their games. I won't have to worry about, do I need to be up for 24 straight hours, making sure that none of my buildings get burned down? Do I need to be coming out of the warden's house, riding my golf cart or my gator up to a building to go hunt for people that shouldn't be inside the wire, right?
You knew that, Stupid.
Yeah. So The only way I'll be unhappy is if you unjustly ban me. And I'm not really in that. I'm not really in the I'm really not in the mindset of banning people. You really have to fuck up, or you have to intentionally cause harm. And if you continuously go after us and you go through, it's like, why are you even bothering? There's so much more shit that you guys could be doing in life than worrying about what's going here with an event or anything else. Does that mean there's going to be more cool stuff that you guys are interact with? Yes. I'm working with several prop makers on how we make doors where you actually have to find the combo to punch in so you can have access, and that combo changes each game or every hour or whatever. You're going to see more and more intuitive things that you guys can do from the fobs. You're going to see new fobs set up that are not going to be inside buildings, so we don't lose 2 or 3 buildings to game to being in a fob unless it's an attackable CP, right? All this stuff is things that we can do and control to gain access and to do more for you. I'm not going to use my words. I'm going to use my words. So it's one of those things. Hey, Grackles, have you been told you've been fucking banned? Yes or no? I mean, come on, dude. You've been banned because I'll tell you you're fucking banned. All right. I don't play those games. I wonder if I've been banned. What do you fucking think? I use my.
You will receive a certified letter.
Common sense when you play, like exactly. Like if the one guy that decided to go full auto with the minigun and start yelling at my fucking admins and going on, he got banned because he was being an asshole over multiple games. Just because I don't like you as a person doesn't mean that I'm going to ban somebody from a field. I don't operate that way. If you threaten to come to my house and you dox me, that might be a different story. We might be having different set of words, but that will get you fucking banned in a heartbeat. So, we're doing a lot to build up this community and build up the airsoft that's going to be in there. We're going to build up the site, restore the site, and make it something that you all, when you come there, you're going to be like, holy shit, what do they come up with next? That's our goal for every year you guys come back out to the site. What's new? Well, I was just here 3 months ago. What's this? What do you mean that we have a code access that we have to go through? What do you mean we got locked into a room, and if we don't do it, we're all going to die? In game, by the way. Don't touch his meat and you won't get banned. Exactly. So that's one of the cameras we're setting up, by the way, was when I put it in my outdoor kitchen right outside of building 2 that's going to have the smoker, the grills, and everything else. There's going to be cameras on it, and if you steal the fucking meat, you're going to get caught, and then you're going to get banned and possibly arrested because you stole my fucking meat. I hope that guy
needs to be a sign.
I hope whoever had it choked on it, because it's highly highly aggravating that happened, especially for the sponsor that did it. But it's like we have people reaching out that want to do a lot of other cool stuff there that doesn't involve airsoft. Like stuff that you guys might still want to do, like I said, the manhunt game. For money, for real money, not cheap money either, not like $100, like $1,000. But with that being said, folks, we're almost 10 minutes over.
Read my mind. I was just typing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a great one. I'm sure we're going to have more questions, more comments. You guys can drop your questions and all that in the chat, and we can go from there. Yeah. Somebody. Yeah. You know what? I'm not even gonna. It's stupid. There's a whole level of jokes I can do too. Well, man. But anyways, guys, it's Tuesday. It's from the barracks. That was our show for tonight. I'm sure that you guys are going to be, having all sorts of questions for us next week as well. You guys are going to be coming back, but ultimately we're going to be at Iron. Well, we and I are going to be at Iron Knife this weekend. Go Chaos Company.
Ryan, that is a fantastic idea. I like that.
Vending machines on the grounds with grenades. That is actually.
Grenades I like it. And magazines in them.
Man, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? Like put
like loaded mags and put them in.
The only concern I really would have is that it could probably work. It could probably be done. But my concern would be if it gets caught on the pin.
Yeah, keep them in the bag.
Tag-ins don't come in bags.
Oh, well, you could put them in a bag.
Maybe. That's actually not a bad.
My work here's done.
Certain videos. By the way, no, there's not going to be any adult filming going on there, guys. Sorry, we're not allowing that shit to happen. Be serious. The cameras will magically fail. There'll be no body. I don't know what you're talking about, Kurt. But anyways, guys, that was our show for tonight. I'm Joker with Players Wanted. Thank you for joining us. With me is the ever man with the illustrious mustache, the guy that gives us shiny bracelets to really piss him off, Justin Bayer West from Shadow Legion. Until next time, may your BBs fly true and your opponents always call your hits. Good night.